Hello, folks. So this morning I sanded down my coasters and now I'm doing a little UV resin because the sun is out today and I'm going to stick them outside and let them cure. So this is one of my hidden soldiers that you've been seeing pictures of. So I hope things are going all right for you. I'm going to be at the Skagit River Produce Mall on July 16th and 17th. And I'm going to have the gas card there. If you see this before then, ask me about it. If you see this after then, contact me. I'll get you a gas card or at least the information you need. And, you ain't going to get rich off it. You see all these advertisements out there saying, get rich off this, get rich off that. A lot of them I ain't seen nothing back. Well, okay, I haven't done a lot of them. But there's a lot of scams out there too. But this is a little thing where different companies got together and said, you know what, there's not a lot of dollars out there. Let's make an incentive so for people to shop with us. And that's where the upstart came from. Like I said, I'm not making a ton of money off of it, but you know what? It's nice to get something back. And I'm going to use mine. You can cash it out through PayPal. You can have them send you however you want to do it. They have some parameters. But I am going to use mine maybe for an Amazon card. You know that thing on Amazon you've been thinking about getting, but you don't want to pull the trigger yet? Use your gas card. You got to get gas anyway. And when you get a balance up high enough, have them get you an Amazon card and go get that thing you've been eyeing. Look at that. Now with the UV epoxy, I'll include a link. You can get your own, but in case you don't want to get your own or you want to use what I'm using, I'll include a link in the video. Not cool. And this guy got sanded too. Mainly just did the edges on this guy. Wanted the edges to be somewhat artistic. And I was thinking about leaving them foggy, but if I don't like them, I could resand it again. And public service announcement. I am not getting paid or any way recognized for this, but 211. My regular job, I work in the arena, with utilities. And the thing is that for people that have always had a job and always paid their stuff, they typically have a mindset. Oh, sorry, you can't even see what I'm doing. Yeah. They typically have a mindset, if I have a job, there is no help out there for me. There is help out there because everybody's losing their jobs. And it's like, I'm talking to people who are going, without basic needs, I mean, it was sad. One lady, she was like, I don't have any food waste. I have a sandwich in the morning, I have a sandwich in the afternoon, and then I have a little TV dinner at night. I eat everything. And she's eating enough to maintain, but it didn't sound like she was eating enough to be happy, to never be hungry. And that's sad, especially when you lived all your life and you've done what you could and, did what you needed to do. And then this stuff happens. And that's why I talk about the 211. Now, I've had people tell me they have a hard time getting through on the phone. Yes, there is a lot of need out there. But let me tell you what happens is when you contact these places. Oh, well, first off, about the phone thing. They also have a website called 211.org. I've played around with it a little bit. It looks like it's pretty easy to find what you need, but of course there are people that don't like the internet. I'm saying this to free people up off the phone so you can get through, baby. Just kidding. But I do like the way I did these edges. I did them kind of uneven. Oh, baby. There we go. Now, this is this guy right here. So I'm just going to do the edges that I kind of beveled right here. Might stick a cork on the bottom. I don't know. I'll tell when I get done with this part. And about handmade stuff is so cool. It's like, from the people who are just learning their craft, support their work. I'm still learning too. Support my work. Help me grow. Watch me grow. Tell me what you want me to do. Yeah. I want to do my countertops. Gonna have to grab the stuff for that. But man, if I do my countertops and those look really good and it's not, and it looks as easy as it is on the videos, I might get with some of my real estate people and say, hey, I can come and do these for this much. And that way when somebody buys a house, they can have their own. They can have their own countertops from the get. This one still feels a little sandy, so I'm just going over it again with the alcohol. let that dry back out. Look at this guy. I really like him. Or her. I really like it. What's that hidden soldier? You see, I got the fishies. I got a crab. I got a starfish. I got a horsefish. Regular fish, dolphin. Yeah, it's kind of cool. This one I'm just doing the back. The front's done. Oh, I should have beveled the sides a little bit. Kind of like that look. Got a much larger surface. There we go. So it's been an interesting couple of years. So 2020 came around with the pandemic. And after the freak out, I thought about it. This was just like in the 80s when we had AIDS come around. I mean, it was so horrible. It's like you didn't, you look at people and basically you became a doctor trying to do a health test on them just by looking at them. And, people were treated so horridly. And the COVID, it's like it came out. Well, actually, it was a part of Scars, whatever. That one that came out like the 2010s or something like that. It's actually part of that. It's in that family. And, I was never affected by that one. I never caught it. And I think that's why so many people are, including myself, are like, yeah, you don't want to catch it, but man, look at that. But I also make soap. And you know what? As long as you're washing your hands with everything you touch and not touching your eyes, nose, and all of that stuff, and being very aware of where you're at and who's around you. If you see somebody coughing, slide to the side. But they could be coughing for any number of reasons. It's like there's all kinds of lung ailments out there. But do wash your hands. I sell soap too, people. I make the glow in the dark soap. I got oatmeal soap. I'm getting ready to make a sugar scrub soap today. And I'll probably film that. But I want to just show you. Isn't that cool? As you can tell, I was one of those kids. It's like, give me something shiny, I'll stay out of your face. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you'll see I've been forwarding this video by Simon Wilkerson about the family he's trying to help out. I'm trying to develop a little package that I can put together that would not only help him out, but it'll also be something that you can get something nice for yourself or someone else. Some money will go to him. Some money will go towards my soap donation, because I do that every time and this is the time of the year. It's about time to get started. It's very important. And the reason it's important to me is because everybody likes nice stuff, but you can't always afford nice stuff. And when I was younger, I had a skin condition and eczema, and it was so horrible. It's like sometimes when I got meds, they worked. Sometimes they didn't. A lot of times we couldn't afford them. You know, sometimes it's just using Crisco. But I was so dry. One time my cousins wrote the word dry on my leg in church. And I kind of had mixed feelings. On the one hand, I was like, hey, I can write on my leg because its skin's so dry. On the other hand, I was like kind of embarrassed because they were laughing at me. And I was just like, heh. But anyway, I finally reached that point, people, where I had very little money. I had a lot of bills, and I couldn't afford my prescriptions. And when my mom got sick, I reached a point I couldn't afford hers either. And, didn't qualify or know about assistance out there. So that's why it's kind of important to me to say stuff about that. Because nobody should have to go through that. You shouldn't have to go through choosing, to eat or to buy a medication. You shouldn't have to go through that. So that's why I like to say, hey, these are out there. And if you know of other programs that are out there, not something that somebody has to pay or watch a video. Or, not something that, I don't care if you make money off of it, but let people, apply for it that need it. And they shouldn't have to pay money to get it. And it's like, I get these little notices, like one, Dave from the Wendy's show. That was my second one. Hey, yeah, Wendy's giving away 30 grand. All you got to do is fill out all this information. I'm like, why Wendy just having you? What kind of proof you got that you work for the Wendy show? Now, I'll be honest. I think I told him to say hi to me on the Wendy show. But I don't watch the Wendy show. It's not because I dislike it or don't like it. It's because I work. Yeah, I got DVR. My DVR is full of stuff I haven't had time to watch. But I'm never bored. Now, I've been seeing a whole bunch, on to another subject. I've been seeing a whole bunch of, you can get HBO directly for them for $4.99 a month versus a cable bill. How many people are doing that? Got rid of the main cable guy and just started cutting out the middleman and doing your own thing. I would like to know how much you end up saving, how much of a convenience it is to set it up. Educate somebody. Because it's like we all want the services and we can all save the money. Oh man. See, the mold I had for this is not a shiny mold, so nothing comes out shiny, but doesn't that look so much better? Wow. Man, that looks so much. Oh, I love that so much. I have a feeling that when I rewatch this, I'm going to say that camera didn't do my piece justice again. That's all right. Come see me out at the Skagit Market. Contact me. I'll tell you where I'm going to be. So this is the last piece I'm going to be doing for right now. Go stick them outside for a little bit. And you know what? I found that the UV resin, I actually get a better cure time when I stick it out in the sun. Or a big UV light. I've seen some people do videos where they use a flashlight. It does work. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but it has this film over it. It's kind of like it halfway did it stuff. And so I have a big light, and I'll include a link to the light that I have too into the video. I mean, you can look for your own lights. This is just, and yes, it's an affiliated link, but at the same time, these are items that I use, and that you don't have to shop for them. I'm not offended if you don't. I don't care if you go in there, find the product, get rid of my link, and just do it for yourself, and I get no credit. I don't care. It's a little extra way to make a little extra dollar, and you know, if you want to help out with that, great. If you don't, great. But still, watch my video, like it, and tell me what you would like to see, because I need direction, people. Discipline and no, not discipline. Direction. But anyway, for real. Yeah, they're out there and they're saying, hey, we'll give you 25 cents if you. And I'm like, if I use the product and I know how the product works, I'll take the 25 cents. And, for me to get the 25 cents, you got to use that link. Well, I don't think I get 25 cents. I probably get like 14 cents. But when you use that link, then, you'll be helping out me, my little soap project, and my little soap people. Oh, I have a funny story. So my mom and I, one time, we moved into this apartment. And I don't know if anybody's familiar with the facial brand Clinique, but we were not familiar with it. And somebody had left a Clinique soap dish. And I was like, ooh, Mom, look, this is cool. And she said, put that down. They've been to the clinic. Firstly, I thought it was a sexually transmitted disease. I don't even know why. But it's funny the things you grow up not knowing. And it's like, when you look back on it, all you got to do is laugh. Now I know that Clinique is a brand. And I wish I had brought it up to my mom before she died. She said, girl, did you know that was a soap brand? But I didn't. All right, these are going outside to sit in the sun, sit in the sun, sit in the sun. Now, as far as my brush, my brush, my brush, my brush, my brush. Do this so I can reuse the brush again. Now, this may not work. I may end up doing something else, but... Anyway, it was a joy talking at y'all. Please wish me luck at the market. Come see me. Get a gas card. Get a gas card. All right. Yak at you later.